感じは。おほ花儿都结几节了？我
超到花了。
开始对着路。
Henan, China, a sudden and relentless downpour swept across the province like a raging beast, unleashing catastrophic floods. Torrents of water tore through vast floodplains, swallowing towns within moments. Once calm rivers and tributaries turned wild and furious, bursting over their banks in scenes that were both chaotic and heartbreaking. Low-lying neighborhoods, industrial zones, and wide stretches of farmland were swallowed before flood defenses could even react. Streets that were once bustling with traffic turned into raging rivers. Entire communities were cut off, trapped behind invisible walls of water, leaving residents stranded and helpless. Transportation ground to a halt. Highways turned into rivers, submerging vehicles and cutting off travel. Key roads leading to rural communities were washed out, leaving villages isolated. Even the railways suffered, tracks buckled under the water's weight, halting nearly all freight movement. Repair crews worked frantically to clear debris and reopen vital lines. Emergency teams sprang into action, setting up makeshift bridges and temporary routes to reconnect villages cut off by the rising waters. Port operations were also disrupted, delaying shipments and putting even greater strain on already stressed supply chains. Urban infrastructure took a heavy blow. Subways and underground tunnels filled with water as drainage systems collapsed. Rising flood submerged power substations and communication hubs, knocking out electricity and phone service. Water treatment plants struggled to maintain clean water supplies. Residents endured rolling blackouts and communication breakdowns, slowing down rescue coordination and making relief efforts even harder. In Hunan's agricultural heartland, the floods showed no mercy. Water surged over levees and canals, swallowing fields just as crops reached critical growth stages. Saturated soil turned to mud, and drainage pumps failed as debris clogged their systems. The damage threatens planting schedules and harvest forecasts across vast regions. Livestock farms were hit as well, forcing families to move animals to higher ground or makeshift enclosures, adding another layer of hardship for rural communities. flood control systems faced their toughest test yet. Some levees were overtopped, and reservoirs required emergency management. To protect downstream areas, dams were forced to release water in a controlled manner. The immense pressure exposed weaknesses in aging infrastructure, prompting engineers to rush in for inspections and reinforcements to prevent secondary breaches in upcoming rains. Industrial production was hit hard. Factories with flooded ground floors were forced to shut down. Logistics centers reported equipment damage and inventory losses. Power outages and precautionary shutdowns rippled through multiple sectors. Local businesses are assessing damages, from machinery to warehouse stock, while government agencies work around the clock to restore operations in industrial parks. Local authorities focused on evacuations and essential services. Residents in high-risk zones were quickly moved to schools and shelters. Emergency crews cleared debris, reopened blocked roads, and delivered food and water. Health teams monitored water quality to prevent contamination. Volunteers and city workers joined forces to distribute supplies and provide comfort, ensuring that displaced families felt cared for amid the chaos. The economic ripple effects continue to spread. Immediate costs include rescue operations, temporary housing, and repairs to roads, bridges, and utilities. Longer-term damage, from crop loss to industrial disruption, could be far greater. Provincial authorities have pledged financial aid for irrigation repairs, rural rebuilding, and crop recovery. Still, experts warn that with infrastructure damage so extensive, full recovery may take months. Authorities have now shifted into recovery mode. Engineering teams are reinforcing levees, repairing hydraulic systems, and restoring transportation and essential services. Temporary defenses are being strengthened to guard against new storms. Water management crews work around the clock, maintaining spillways and monitoring river levels to prevent further flooding in vulnerable zones. Looking ahead, Henan faces a long and difficult path to recovery. Officials aim not only to rebuild what was destroyed, but also to upgrade flood defenses, improve early warning systems, and promote smarter land management to reduce surface runoff and future risks. The floods have revealed how deeply modern disasters can disrupt every layer of society, from transportation and power grids to agriculture and community life. Rebuilding normalcy will take more than construction. It will require foresight, planning, and resilience. Provincial leaders have pledged to pair rapid recovery with sustainable reforms, aiming to reduce long-term vulnerability and make Henan more resilient in the face of future natural disasters. Thank you for watching Disaster Scope, where we bring clarity and insight to nature's most extreme moments. If you found this report helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Your support keeps us going. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a calm, factual, and truthful report. Please note, some visuals in this video are illustrative and may not depict the actual events described. Stay tuned, stay safe, we'll see you next time.